A lot of stuff going on here. Hey, man, I'll say it. I believe this, that is Stephen Ross is on the Show Me program with Mike McDaniel, as in show me what you can do with this group. You basically got your whole team. You lost one pass rusher. Everybody else, we didn't move them. As a matter of fact, a lot of people saw a lot of national people saying we should have moved more guys. We're not going anywhere. What are we doing? You know, some of them aren't going to be back most likely. And I saw the team did a nice job with the interim general manager talking to all those guys and keeping them up on everything, because the last thing you want to do is be telling a guy you're not going anywhere, and the agent they're working hard to trade you right now. So I think you got to deal with these guys when these situations, and hopefully we don't go through a bunch of these where you're really bad and doing what really bad teams do, and that is try to get draft picks, start building for next year through draft picks, and you know, and not trying to get better, not adding a piece or two because you're that close. And right now we are not there. We are not there at all. Man, it's an interesting one because all those guys talked about different reasons to be motivated and play hard and show everybody you're good enough to win. And they talk a lot about all the close losses. So we'll see. Because Buffalo has had your number like no other team in the NFL, like nobody else that you play on a regular basis. I'd be careful with that.
Yeah, I'm very torn on this whole thing, man, because I'm not torn. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I cannot live in a world where they come back with this whole deal and they just try to patch it up for another year.
I agree.
It's just not okay anymore. Look, man, the fans, and I see all the stuff on on social media, like the fans put their time, their money, all that stuff into this product. And for 25 years, they haven't given them anything. But this is just, I mean, if they try to patch this thing up.
When you say they haven't given them anything, what you're saying is they haven't given them a playoff win.
It's been mostly bad football. Wouldn't you say? You've been around it. You've called the games for every single season.
It has had bad and a lot of very average. Yes.
So
not the worst team in the league like
they're
fighting
not the
for
worst
right now. No, but we had a 1-15 in there. We
maybe.
did have a 1-15.
They're going to give these teams a run for their money this year, but as far as worst goes, but I don't know, man. I just think at some point you really have to just blow the whole thing up, and you can't keep patching up crap with more crap. That's what this season was.
So I would just say this, Woody. We got 8 games left before you.
I understand that.
No, but you're getting ahead of me by 2 months.
But that's what they did this season. You had a rough result this season before, right? And they said, all right, we're going to patch it up and we're going to run it back.
Made a big mistake.
And I am fearful that if this thing goes the way that you want it to go for whatever reason, that they're going to say, and Stephen Ross will say, this product is good enough. We're gonna patch it up.
I would hold off on that.
But look what you're saying though, Joe. You're saying
I would hold off.
Prove it thing, and
prove it.
There's nothing left to prove. There's nothing left to show one way or the other. Like I have my mind made up. What do you think? All of a sudden they're just gonna flip some switch and start beating the crap out of teams down the stretch of this thing?
Well, they're going to have a chance to win some teams because they got some team. I'm not going to. You want me to go through this?
No,
again?
I don't want you to go through it.
You want to hear?
I don't think that these last games should have any impact.
I agree
on any of this stuff going forward.
I totally agree. You should have your mind made up on everybody in that organization right now. You should know, with 8 games left, I totally agree with you.
Like for me, Tua's not playing these last games to say, I'm the franchise quarterback. You can win with me. You had that chance already, man. Many times.
He's not going anywhere. And by the way, maybe you ought to quit your job because he might be the starting quarterback next year and you're going to be miserable. I'm serious.
No,
maybe you should quit
but that's not true. You keep saying that. That's not true that he's going to be the starter. I'm with you. He probably still will be on the roster because it's very expensive. But they're drafting a quarterback in the first round. And who's to say a guy doesn't win the competition?
You better calm down on that.
But who's to say the first round quarterback won't win a competition in camp?
Be tough.
What if they go practice 50-yard passes?
What's that have to do?
Well,
With
two will
50-yard
bounce
passes?
him in at the 5. What if the guy can reach the end zone from there? You never know. Maybe the guy will win out the competition.
That's okay. Now
But you do agree they're going to
getting
draft
entertaining.
All right, you do agree they're going to draft a
I
first-round
love
quarterback, right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think they should if they pick. I'm not just taking one.
But that's the thing, man. That's what happens if you try to patch this thing up with what you have, and you try. I mean, how are you going to sell fans on this? On doing this all again?
No,
this isn't fun.
Hey, so but Woody, you're just throwing out a bunch of generic shit on me again this morning. You really are, and I don't mind. Man. No, I don't mind, man. Dump me.
I don't know if it's working.
So the other thing is about this.
I don't think it's working, to be quite honest.
So we're in a situation where I'm not. If we end up picking 5th or 6th in this draft, I last thing I want to do before a game is be sitting here talking about what if. But I'm not going to reach for a quarterback if everybody in the organization says this is a reach. We can't take him. We can't take him. We got. There's too many good players, and I'm not sure about these quarterbacks because the best ones are going to go right off the bat. You know the Jets are going to take one right off the bat, and most of the teams that are bad are all in the same boat. And so this is part of the problem. You win some of these games. You know how it works. You get some games that mean nothing because you're not going to the playoffs, but you now move down instead of a top 3 or 4 pick, and now you're picking 6, 7, or 8, and the guys that look like they have a chance to be franchise quarterbacks are going to be gone. I know somebody sent me something already. Well, if that happens, then you got to move up and give up more picks to get the right guy. Like, oh, boy. Just we've done this rotation of things, and we got needs at a zillion places, and I understand the quarterback is the most important one. It just the whole circle around in my brain of talking about this and being in this situation is just disgusting. It just I don't know what to say. They're going to try to win that game tomorrow Sunday against the Buffalo Bills, and I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm guessing. Honestly, right now, Stephen Ross is not sure and doesn't have a game plan for this offseason put together yet. I'm guessing that's the case. Good or bad, I'm guessing.